Did you know you could eat Mexican corn like this instead of on a cob? I'm going to show you how my family prefers this recipe. Just take the ingredients you like for Mexican corn, also called elote, and you can put it together like this for everyone who enjoys corn but doesn't want to eat it off the cob. Mexican corn is best when you have fresh corn on the cob, but if you don't, you can use some frozen or even canned in a pinch. Take your kernel cutter and use this little secret notch. Do you see that? Just score your cob about 3 times. Just put that corner in there and it cuts right through the husk, so then when you just stick your thumb in there, you can peel it back very easily. I like to go ahead and wash my cob off before I take the kernels off. I prefer to take the kernels off before I boil the corn. It's a lot easier to hold and you're not going to burn your fingers. So when you take your kernel cutter, you'll see this is rounded. You see how it's rounded like that? Just put your corn inside of a big bowl so it doesn't go flying everywhere. Set this up against the side and just scrape a little bit of pressure along the cob and it takes it right off. When you're done, put all those corn cobs in a Ziploc freezer bag, and you can use it as the start of a veggie stock bag. So when you want to make veggie stock down the road, all your veggie scraps get dumped into the pot. So I'll just add on top of these frozen cobs, potato peels, onion skins, garlic skins, carrot peels, anything veggie that could theoretically end up in a soup will go in my veggie stock bag. Have you tried that trick yet? My 3-quart saucepan is boiling with water. I'm just going to go ahead and add all of my corn right to the pot. I'm going to let this cook for 3 minutes just to make sure it's still tender crisp, but that it is cooked. When your corn's done, carefully pour that corn right into a colander. You don't need to blanch it and put it into cold water because we want it to be hot. I'm going to prepare everything in the bowl that I plan to serve it in. These are the insulated bowls. Depending on the time of year you get our bowls, you might get white ones, you might get the on-the-go version that are kind of a bluish color. They work exactly the same way. Temper them before you add your ingredients with either hot or cold water. Pour it out, dry it out, and then add whichever food you're planning to use. So I just added a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and then I'm going to use half of the amount of Parmesan that I want to use today. I just grated the Parmesan in my blender, and I am making a half batch. I didn't mention that, but 12 ears of corn is too much for us. So for that reason, instead of half of a lime, I just cut my lime in 1/4, add it right to your citrus press. Check out this beautiful juice. Comes out so easily, and it adds some really bright flavor. Now, I am making a change in this recipe. Lots of changes, right? I'm basically using the ingredients. I'm just putting it together differently to make it easier to eat. We're not big fans of cayenne pepper in this, but we do like chili powder. So that's what I'm using today. You can use as much or as little as you want to. And you're just gonna combine this mixture slightly before we add the corn. Dump it in there. Woo! Did you get some of that steam? Okay, now we're gonna coat everything. Now, if you like traditional Mexican corn, which is called elote, you can eat it on the cob, but in our family, it's preferred to not eat it off the cob. I like it that way, my granddaughter likes it that way, but the rest prefer to have it as more of a side dish off the cob. You see how everything's nicely coated now? All right, we're just gonna top it off, just spread it out into a nice even layer, and then we're gonna garnish. I've got the rest of my Parmesan cheese, and now I've got some fresh cilantro for a pop of color. This is perfect to bring to a barbecue or to serve for a family taco night, and that's it. It is ready. So just add your lid. When your guests are ready to serve themselves, they're simply going to hook the side of the lid right on the bowl, and it's easy for serving. So if you like corn, but you don't like eating it from the cob, try making Mexican corn this way, and you'll enjoy all the flavors but it's a lot easier to eat.